What's up, gamers? Welcome to the PixelPlay Sidequests, your bonus content every Friday here on the YouTube channel. CS Radical here with you guys. Obviously, Kaylan and Chris are here with me today. We are going to go over some of what I think and what we will find out are the best limited edition controllers ever. Now, I'm just going to say Mad Cats are immediately disqualified because that would be too easy and they are the automatic winner, so we are going to skip them for now. But aside from those, gentlemen, I have put together a list of 20 controllers. I have got 4 categories for you. I got 5 from each. We have Nintendo controllers, we have PlayStation controllers, Xbox controllers, and then I can only consider this to be random, and you'll find out why when we get to that at the end. Kaylan, I see your hand up.
I brought this topic forward because I wanted to ask you, did you guys pre-order the Astrobot controller? Because that shit was hard to find.
Is it?
It sold out so fast.
It is probably the most beautiful PlayStation controller I've ever seen.
Which is crazy because it's so simple, but that's the way it works.
Yeah. I got stuck in a situation where I was like, I'm going to pre-order, and then I took my kid to Legoland, and I was like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I'm like, oh crap, the pre-order. And it was sold out everywhere. I had to get one of my buddies, Adam. He managed to snag me a copy. Thank you, Adam. Really appreciate it.
I didn't do
shit. Dude, they sold out. They sold out. Like, Reddit was bitching and complaining about how hard it was to find these controllers.
That's crazy.
They're already on they pre-orders and they're already up for sale on eBay for way more than they already were. So
scalp.
What a surprise!
What a surprise! Ruin it for everybody.
And then they'll make a bunch more, and then those people feel like idiots when they're stuck at the worst possible time on the market. But not yet.
I was told this was a limited edition. But oh my god, look at how good it is.
Well, given how fast it sells, that's what they always think until it sells a bunch, and then they'll probably just put it out as like a normal design.
I don't know. Right. I don't know how long it'll be around, but
yeah. Sorry, I just want to side note one.
It's all good. It's based off what it is. Now that's not on the list because technically it shouldn't count because it's not out yet. So I didn't put it on the list.
Well, it would also be a giveaway. Like that is the nicest controller.
Yes, it would just win.
Well, we'll find out. But anyways, so I'm gonna start with Nintendo because that's what I had on the top here. So off the top, I'm gonna flip our screen to go to number 1. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna rank these controllers that we see in these groups. S to F, like your traditional tier maker ranking system. Whichever one gets the highest rank at the end of this, we will take with us to the final round. If we do have a tiebreaker at the end, we'll obviously, decide by a vote. Thank God we have 3 people. It makes voting so much easier. Unless there's a 3-way tie again, then in which case we're flipping a coin, but we'll get to that point if it ever happens. And then once we get a winner from each of the 4 categories, we will put them into a duel and actually rank them 4 to 1. So, starting with Nintendo, we will start off with a Switch controller for Skyward Sword.
Oh, I do like that one.
So I will kick this off. I think it's a solid B. I like the color more than anything else, but I'm not too big on the designs on this one.
Sorry, I zoned out for a second. Are we doing S tier?
Like up to S tier.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
It's like F, D, C, B, A, S.
This is an A for me. I mean, it's clearly got the iconography. Like you got like the Hylian symbol. You've got the Triforce. Color scheme is cool with the blue and the yellow. It's a little busy, but I'd say this is a solid A for me.
Yeah, this is an A for me too, because I have seen this on a Switch at a store, and it does look busy, but once you have it where it's on the 2 sides of the Switch, if you are doing it handheld, it doesn't seem as busy because you have like the emptiness that is just a big black screen in the middle of it. So yeah, for me, it's an A.
My argument is it would have popped more if you put a little bit of white on it and had some blue, like say the white buttons with blue, so it looked a little bit more Hylian shield-wise. It would have popped a lot better.
Yeah.
That would have made it an S tier. That's what that would have done for me.
So we'll give that an A for the time being, and we'll see where that goes. Second up is the only Wii controller, or no, well, I guess it's not, the Wii U controller. There we go. Brain, thank you for working. And I actually have this one, the Wind Waker design.
You have this one?
Yep.
What?
It's in a box somewhere, but I have it.
I'm more surprised you have a Wii U.
I'm disappointed in myself for that one too. Look, you can't get every decision correct. This one in retro, like for the Wii U, it's an S tier, but for an actual controller, it's a D. It's kind of boring.
Yeah, for me.
Also, that's kind of unfair to say, but also controller sucks anyway, so it doesn't really do it any favors. I don't know how you could actually make an S tier Wii U controller
make it slightly different. I guess I don't know. Yeah, for me, this one's C. This is a C. I think. If it was as Wii U controllers go, yeah, it's much better than I guess the normal one. But yeah, I'd give this a C for the way that it's designed.
This for me is like, I don't know. This is like an F. Like aside from like the high roll symbol, it looks like you just left like a black Wii U controller on your counter, and your kid came by with a yellow marker and just scribbled on it. Like
And
there's
also,
no
as a side
indication of
note,
what this is.
minus extra points for being a black controller because it means that shit's gonna look dirty all the time.
Yeah.
Better than
Because
a
the
white
material
controller.
too was
Yeah.
it was also had a bit of a shine to it, so it's very easy for that to collect dust and look obvious like it has dust on it.
Yeah, the Wii U did have a white version, but like you just ended up with like black smudges all over it from people's hands, and you couldn't wipe it.
That was
'cause it
never a
started
clean controller. You could never keep that.
No, and if you tried to clean it with anything proper, it actually just took like the finish off of it too. Like it was brutal.
Yeah, wasn't great.
So there was not great.
Well, it's not going to win us any favors here, but that's okay. We got plenty other here. So another Zelda one. It's just funny how Zelda seems to be almost all of these. Actually, it is 4 out of the 5 Nintendo controllers.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's Nintendo's bread and butter right there.
So this is the most recent one. So here's a Switch controller for Tears of the Kingdom. I actually like this one a lot. It pops. The gold pops a lot. I give this one a solid A.
Yeah, this one's an A for me as well. This one is an A for me too.
I'm between an A and I'm gonna give it an A. Like I think it needs a little bit more iconography, like of what it's about. Like it looks very zen, but it doesn't scream like, hey, this is a Zelda controller.
Okay. Well, either way, that does put it above Skyward Sword because it's the only one that got A's across the board, so that puts it there. We got 2 more, so we'll go for one more Switch controller, and that's for Splatoon. I think this one's a solid A2 just because of it actually being like a much more different color change, which actually works really good for multiplayer too when you take it and pass it along.
This for me is an S tier.
Yeah.
This for me is an S tier because like it's got a really cool color fade, like purple to blue.
Yeah, it's got like a good gradient going on.
It's clear like it's a Splatoon game. It's not overt and in your face. It's subdued with like the faded kind of design. It fits this feel of Splatoon. Like I think this is like an S tier. So far this is S tier.
Yeah, same. That's what I was gonna say. This is also S tier for me. I love like how the color is a little gradient on the left one there. It could be on the right. Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. I'm colorblind. That's why I can't really see that part. But yeah, like the design. Am I a big Splatoon guy? No. If I was, would I need these controllers? Absolutely. So for me, that's S.
Okay, so that puts it at the top. Our last one is a Wii remote for Skyward Sword. Really, it's also like the kind of like sort of sparkle finish that it has on it. I actually really like it a lot. I think this one is... I don't think I can give it an S, but I can give it a really high A. Because it's just 2 color, and also the D-pad being it almost looks like a really bad yellow. If it was white, it might have popped a little bit more again, but like just that choice alone kind of really puts it down for me.
Yeah, for this, I think I'd go with A. I gotta kind of put my mindset into like the Wii remote for me was an ugly just remote. Like it wasn't much of a controller anyways. Couldn't do much with it, but I do really like this versus probably any other Wii remote that I did see. I can't even think of a custom one that would have struck me as much as this one did. So
yeah,
like I would give this one an A.
That sparkle gold finish really does most of the work here.
Yeah, like the gold with the white on top of it instead of black or something. Yeah, I'd give this an A.
This gets like a low S rank for me. Like I like the simplicity. I like the clean look of it. Clear, like it's subdued. It's not overtly like in your face. Now I know it's ironic because I just said Splatoon was like, hell, look, it's all covered in Splatoon stuff. But like that's what Splatoon is, right? It's all about making a mess and stuff. This looks very refined and very elegant, which like kind of has that simplicity look of like, I don't know what I think of with Zelda. And so for me, I think this is the best Zelda one that we've seen so far. So I give this one like a soft S. But on the 2, I still think Splatoon wins.
And Chris, sorry, did you give an A or an S on that one?
I gave this one an A.
Okay, so that would put the Splatoon one as the winner. That's all I wanted to double check.
Yeah, I just couldn't give it an S because I do think that the Splatoon one is a bit better than this one.
I just quick thing. Adam, did you give the Splatoon one an A?
I was the only one that gave it an A, so we had 2 S's.
So we've ranked it. we've ranked the Splatoon as ass rank.
Yes.
Sorry,
But
I just want to
anyways,
circle back to that.
moving on. So we got our Splatoon as our winner for Switch. So we're going to move on to PlayStation now. So up first, we have a Hogwarts Legacy design for the PS5 controller. It's okay. I give it like a C. It's not bad. I don't have anything bad to say about it, but it's not really doing anything that kind of pops on it either.
Yeah, for me, I'd give this one a B. I don't like the rest of the controller. I like the trackpad. I think that design being right there is cool, but like the stuff on the side of the controller just seems like, hey, put something there that looks like somebody got a tattoo that doesn't know what to get as a tattoo. Like, okay, cool, here's like some
It almost
lines.
looks like they put a couple of stickers on it.
Yeah, like I really like the trackpad, like the design on there and stuff, but the rest of the controller to me is just eh. So I would give this a B, and it's only that high because of the trackpad.
I can't decide if it's hard because I'm comparing it to like the other dual sense, whatever how they call these
Yeah,
controllers, dual sense, and like it is one of the better ones. Like the colors don't look stupid; they complement each other. I'm gonna give this an A, and I don't feel good doing it, but I like the design on like the touchpad. I don't mind like the symmetrical look of like the sides, but it is kind of boring. So like I'd give it a low A, a high B.
All right, so we got an ABC. It's not going to last, so we're going to move on. Chris, did you know Tails has a custom controller?
What? No?
So let me introduce you to a PlayStation 3 Tales of Xillia controller.
Oh my god. I didn't even know the PS3 had custom controllers.
Probably like Japan exclusive.
Much like Hogwarts Legacy, it's a C. Like it's fine, but it's almost a little too busy too. But like for a PS3 controller, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's my issue. Like again, I can't think of very many PS3 custom controllers that were like official ones. But like if I saw this and you're like, "Oh, what game franchise is this from?" I'd be like, "I don't know, something with blood." Like I would have no idea. So
yeah, like you could have almost put it for God of War if you wanted to.
Yeah, like
which is funny because it's not blood. It looks like leaves to me.
Oh, maybe it is that? I don't know. It's hard to tell. Yeah, for this is a C for me.
Yeah, I put it as C as well. It's not a bad design, but it's like doesn't quite indicate like it doesn't have the theme of what it's covering. As well, like I find that the red leaf / blood whatever kind of looks messy in a sense, like from artistic
yeah, this is
perspective,
definitely
it's
in the
not very
early age.
symmetrical.
We don't know what we're doing with limited edition controllers, so just here's a thing. Have fun.
Yeah.
So back onto PlayStation 5. Similar Astrobot colors, but this time it's God of War Ragnarok. So here we go. That one, I look at this as being a solid. It's an A or a B for me. I'll go like a low A. Like I actually do like the colors, but it's just. I think the reason that the Astrobot one works so well is because it's not too much blue, where it does actually pop a little bit better.
Yeah. This one, I'm trying to deter, like, I think I like it a bit more than the Hogwarts one. But also, like, I don't know. I like the trackpad of the Hogwarts one better, but I like the rest of this controller better than the Hogwarts one. That's why I'm torn.
Because I also get things props when it's not just the same old boring black design.
Yes, 100%.
Pretty fun, Chris.
Oh, I'm torn between A and B. I'm going to go A just because I'm going to give this slightly higher than Hogwarts. I'm going to go for A.
I'm going to give this one like a soft S. I almost bought this controller. I love the color scheme. I love the white and the blue. The only problem I have is the touchpad. I hate the stupid two wolves howling. Like it very like gives off very much
something
like
else with it.
Yeah.
It gives off wolf t-shirt vibes, and I'm like, I don't really want that. Like they could have done like a Norse symbol. Like they could have done like Norse like what's the word I'm looking for? Like runes or something. Or they could have done like the God of War like Omega sign or something like that. Like
yeah.
I don't know, like the wolves didn't seem super pronounced to me when I was playing the game. Like it's not like I associate these two wolves with God of War.
No.
So like I feel like the theme kind of falls. Aesthetically, if they came out with this controller in white and blue without the God of War thing, This would be my standard controller. I'd replace all my white and black ones for these ones. I feel like
Yeah.
the blue and the white are very much PlayStation colors for the PlayStation 5 era. It's just two stupid wolves.
Yeah, I think
Also, make that PlayStation button blue. That PS button should be blue. Anyways, but I still give it an S because it's the closest one I was to pulling the trigger.
All right, so
before
that's currently
Astrobot.
our leader. We're going to move on to the only PlayStation 4 controller on here. This one is a Monster Hunter edition. I'm going to give this one a solid, like, this is my first S because I actually do like the red and gold and black. It's a really good pop and scheme. It's now the only thing that you could ever, like, I could argue with it is that it's the touchpad still being black, but that's also in an era where they never touch the color of this controller for the touchpads. So, like, as a PS5 controller, this would have been even better, but, like, for a PlayStation 4 controller, this is as good as it's going to get. I love this design.
Yeah, I'm torn on this one.
I can go first. I'm a sucker for red. Red is my favorite color. So I like the red controller. Like, it's a cool look. The red and yellow look really cool. I don't know enough about Monster Hunter to know what is on this controller. Like, I think the logo is really cool in the bottom right-hand corner. I'm assuming those two other things are supposed to be monsters. So, yeah, I'd say this is probably like an A, probably an S if I knew what Monster Hunter I obviously know what Monster Hunter is, but like if I knew the franchise, it's probably be more significant to me than it already is. But yeah, I'd give this like an A.
Yeah,
maybe an S.
I'm torn between A and S on this one. But of all the PlayStation controllers that we've seen, I would say that this is so far my favorite. So I'd probably have to go S just for that reason for sure. Yeah, I'll go with S.
Okay, and then we'll go down to the last one, which is a Final Fantasy 16, everyone's favorite game right now. Their custom controller. I'm so torn between an A and an S because I like the design, but I have to go A because the way that they've cut out where it sits is really bad. I almost want to go to a B because of that. But, like, man, like, I love the way that that's designed, but they kind of just screwed it up with the placement of the designs. It just looks weird. So you know what? I'm actually going to drop it to a B because it's actually, the more I look at it, the more it's throwing me off.
Same. I'm a B. Like, I don't love like how it cut off. Like, it should have gone up the whole length of the controller. Once again, the theme of Final Fantasy, unless I've missed it, but I mean, I'm the JRPG king, so probably not. Yeah, like the theme just doesn't come across to me in this controller.
But like, if they actually place everything right, the trackpad alone looks like it matches perfectly with the blue color. Like, it works perfectly with it.
I do agree on that, though I have to admit that I'm closer to giving this a C. Just because, like, yeah, weird cutoff, which doesn't make sense to me. And like on even the kind of the sides a bit, like it seems like a very strict thing. And the theming is like, I'm a huge Final Fantasy person. And if I saw this, I would have no idea what I'm looking at. Like, I'm not seeing a Final Fantasy reference at all here for me.
It looks like someone put stickers on the side. Like,
yeah, that's my issue. Like, it looks like the three things are stickers and they're unrelated to the game that they were released for. Like, I would prefer the Hogwarts Legacy one over this. Because at least the trackpad, I know, like, it's Hogwarts. Like, you can see very much what it's doing. So I think I actually have to give this one a C.
It's okay. I think 16 is unrelated to Final Fantasy anyway, so I'll take that and move on.
Yeah, that's also true.
So
no,
we
it
move on
counts.
to
I played a Final
Xbox,
Fantasy game,
which I think honestly is doing the best job on controllers right now, and I think we'll probably
100%.
reflect that when we look at these 5. I had so much trouble narrowing it down to 5. I had to take away the Looney Tunes Space Jam Toon Squad one. That's how good this category is.
Yeah. Xbox doesn't make games, they just make controllers at this point.
Whoa. I want to play devil's advocate here. Xbox makes great controllers. They also make some pretty weird ones. Do we all forget like the Sonic Fuzzy controller?
Okay, well, here's the thing. They make great controllers, but they feel like shit in your hands. That's the only thing.
I like the Xbox feel.
I like the Xbox controller.
I can't play for very long if they're really intense games because it's just the way
Get good.
Anyways, moving on. Gears 4.
Oh, that's a nice one.
That's a solid
nice
S.
looking control. Yeah, that's an S for me. Like right away. This is gonna be a tough list.
This is an S as well. And like one thing I want to give a shout out, like it's got the logo, it's got like the aesthetic of
It's got the weapons on the
Gears of War.
D-pad.
It's got the fucking weapons on
It's
the
right
the
there.
D-pad.
I don't even care if that's actually accurate to what's supposed to be there. I don't give a shit. It looks still.
I think
cool.
I can't imagine it wouldn't be like that would be such a fail if it wasn't.
That would
like,
be.
I actually think that,
literally
actually think that is accurate though. So
Oh yeah.
thematically, it's perfect.
Yeah. Like,
even like the bit because it looks like there's a bit of gold trim underneath the thumbstick.
yeah, it does look like the actual like whatever the plastic is under the thumbstick or maybe metal, I don't know, but yeah, it's like gold. Looks like it.
So S from Kaylan. Chris, did you say S as well?
Yes, yeah, 100%.
We got a triple S. All right, moving on. Forza Horizon.
Another S.
It's also
I
an
actually
S.
really like this one. I love this one. I loved this one when I saw it, and I almost bought it.
I'm gonna give it the ass ranking. Like I'm gonna give it an A. It's
How dare
good.
you take a translucent controller and give it not an S rating? That is
It's
sacrilege.
not the translucent.
The purple Game Boy color would be screaming at you right now.
It's the yellow. It's too bright.
You don't like fun. That's your problem. No wonder you like The Last of Us so much.
That's true. He does.
I need my bland, boring color schemes. Oppressive browns.
Well, speaking of bland and boring, hey Kaylan, you want to move on to Halo?
Okay.
Oh,
Also,
but I also kinda
fucking
like
S.
this one.
I don't hate a single controller on this list right now. That's an S tier
Yeah.
for me.
what the hell? This is
Also
I'm gonna
the
just throw
grips.
S's all day.
That's I think
Yeah,
because
the
I think
grips.
this is also an Elite controller, which is also
It's an
helping.
Elite controller.
Yeah.
That is an Elite controller. You can tell from the 3 lights there. Between the D-pad and the right thumbstick. That's the 3 different profiles.
This is an S as well.
Yeah,
It
this is
a
an S.
beautiful controller.
I'm
It's
getting
so beautiful.
vibes that we're looking at like the way that the grips have like the felt on it. Are we looking at Master Chief's ass on this controller?
No, it's not the Deadpool controller. Don't worry about it.
Well, I mean, like, tell me that's not like Master Chief's ass.
Well, now that's all I can
I'm
see.
going to tell you it's not. So
Tell me what part of Master Chief
his
that is.
ass doesn't have the gold trim. That's his visor.
Oh, it could be. I don't know. I got to look at Master Chief now and see where on
Unless
his
we're trying to
left
make a
and right
joke
there's
that
two selected.
343
You got the
has
two
their head so
dangly
far up
legs
their
right
ass. That's
there.
where
It's just
Halo
like
is
a
right
it's
now.
just like an ass cushion right there. It's
Yeah,
got the felt between, so yeah.
If there's like black on his pant area of his suit, like where his legs are, like that makes the two
Adam,
sides.
side project. Pull up a picture of Master Chief's ass. No, not like the actual one from the show, but like let's see.
Yeah,
Like
be careful what you Google.
No,
The
thank
show
you.
actually had his ass.
We've wasted enough time on this. But speaking of ass, Starfield.
I have this controller. I went out and bought it, and it matches the headset.
It's all right. I give it an A. Like it's a
I give it an
low
A.
A.
You got to see the back of it. The back also is a big part of it, which I mean is not great because then you can't
pull up
see it when you're
Starfield's
playing.
ass.
My problem is that it's just it's too white on the top. Like they should have put a little bit more on the sides to kind of have a little more pop to it.
That's why the back is so nice. The left and right thumbsticks, not thumbsticks, triggers are translucent gray, and you can see all the wires and everything just in that. And the back is all red and gray. And oddly enough, remember we were talking about the grips? This controller has gray grips on the back, not the front, just the back. So the back middle is all red, and then the 2 grips on the back are gray. So I do agree that the front is not as nice,
Which is the most
the
important
back,
part.
which is the most important part. That's why it doesn't keep up with the other ones we've seen. But the back of this controller is beautiful. I do have this one. I kind of wish I just had that Halo one now, but this one is it's nice. I'll give this one an A, just because it's not as good as the other ones. But I do like this one a lot as an A.
Kaylan, did you give a rating?
I'm gonna give it an S. Like I like the front is kind of bland, but like I like the clean simplicity of it. Captures the theme. It's not overdoing it, but I went with Chris and I took a look at the back, and yeah, that red is really cool with like the translucent like thumb pads or whatever the triggers. I know it's like yeah,
Like it's not bad.
I'd give it
Just
an S.
compared to some of the other ones.
It's like this is not gonna win. Like if it's a competition between like that Gears of War or Halo's ass, like it's not gonna win, but like it's close.
Yeah, that's why I had to go with A, because like that Halo one, it can't compete.
I'm putting it as I could put it as an S because I know you guys aren't. I know it's not going to make it to the next round, but it's good.
Give it an S for Starfield.
How about an S for Sea of Thieves as our last one?
Ooh.
The compass there.
I'm gonna give this an A.
Ooh.
It's so close to being an S, but they needed to change the color on the thumbsticks and the D-pad to maybe pop a little bit more. But I love the compass around the the thumbstick.
I love the compass.
Yeah, I feel like I like the compass too. I hate the color of the compass. It should have been the green.
Yeah,
is
like
the same
color choices
same
are
color
what's
as
holding
skull.
it back.
Or green? Yeah.
No, it should have been the same color as the skull. I think like that would have like been symmetrical because
Something
got the
that
color in
stands
the
out
X,
a bit
Y,
more. Yeah.
Either that or gold.
A, B buttons. No, because like it matches perfectly with the symmetry of the.
I'm
other
more just
side,
thinking like
the
needing a
buttons.
third color because sometimes two colors can really start to grow after or to get old after a while. So having like a third color is like a last finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give this one an A because I know that's 2 A's. I put this behind the Starfield controller, but I know there's already another A vote, so I think that this will be behind it. I'll go A.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
I think I'm giving it A.
it wasn't going to make it, so now we got a choice. We got our first tiebreaker. So we have the Gears of War, and we have the Halo Infinite. So we're going to all take a vote. We're on
There's going to be somebody.
on screen.
Can I see? Yeah.
So is this one and we're doing 1 or 2?
So here's how it is, all at the same time, so we don't have to have everybody friggin', suddenly decide to be the tiebreaker. Chris.
What? I'm on the fence.
So I'm gonna count.
Of course you are. That's the problem.
I'm gonna count to 3, and on 3 you hold up 1 for Gears, 2 for Halo. So are you guys all have your vote?
Yep.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
Halo's ass.
All right.
Where's my camera?
For me, I like the Gears of War one, and I think it's really cool that the buttons have the right features, but it does look a little messy. This one is clean and refined.
Yeah. There's going to be somebody in the comments yelling that this is an Elite controller and the Gears one is a normal controller. So this is like 2.5 times the price, and that's why. But it is perfect.
Don't bring a knife to a gunfight.
You didn't make the rules. Shut up.
Make your own podcast. Derek.
And now for the fun part. I don't think any of these. Actually, there's a chance that one of these could win, but that's because y'all are nerds. But these are just the completely random ones. Some of them are on consoles we already talked about, but it's just because their design are so fucking different from what an actual controller is, so I couldn't help myself. This one technically isn't that different, but it's because of the console it's for. Did you ever know that there are custom Dreamcast controllers?
Nope.
No.
Let me interest you to what I can only describe to be the 1980s New Jersey mom leopard print Dreamcast controller.
What the is this you could buy this?
I don't know if you can buy it anymore, but it's a thing.
Well, not now. But what the hell? Oh my god. That is awful.
I knew it wasn't going to place well, but I had to put it in there because as soon as I saw it, I'm like, well, everybody has to see this now.
Was this controller called the Peggy Bundy?
Because it's going to be our only F.
I could smell the nicotine off this controller.
Yeah.
But it's a glorious F.
It is.
100%.
Yeah, it's a glorious F. I'll give it that. That's the best way to actually put it. It's an F, but it is a glorious F.
Speaking of glorious, but maybe not an F, PS2 SpongeBob controllers.
That Patrick one is killing me. I don't know why. Oh, that D-pad on the SpongeBob one though. Oh, I don't like that.
It's a solid
just
F.
for gameplay.
It's also a solid F.
Oh yeah, that's a solid F. Not as glorious, but
right.
an F.
All right, we've stopped being really bad now. So we got a Switch controller. Chris, you probably have wanted this one. The Dragon Quest Slime Switch controller.
I did see that. This is actually at Walmart if anybody wants to go grab it.
Honestly,
what the hell is that?
It's silly, and I love it for being something you can put on a mantle and just have sitting there. It's a C at best, but it's not going to get much higher than that.
I don't know. The grip will either be the most comfortable thing ever or the most uncomfortable thing ever.
That's what I was just thinking. Because it's actually
it curves.
Curves.
It's yeah. Which I'm surprised more controllers don't do. They don't have that curved notion, so you can just hold it like this.
You know what? I gotta say something nice about a Square product for once, so I'm gonna give this a B.
I'm gonna give it a C.
That is really nice for a Square product.
Yeah.
All right, we're on to the cool ones now. GameCube Resident Evil 4 Chainsaw controller.
That's so awesome. But why are they holding it like that for the picture? You can't play the game like that.
Because it's a chainsaw.
Oh wait, I don't think it's a GameCube controller because it's got the fucking PlayStation buttons on it.
Yeah, it's a PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
Whatever. I think there was a GameCube version as well, but who cares?
This does not look like ergonomical at all.
No, this is not comfortable.
It is not designed to be ergonomic. It's designed to. It's a fucking chainsaw. That's
also
is.
not how a chainsaw looks. That's like not even like
Don't
what
worry
like a
about
chainsaw has like the top. This is an F because it doesn't. It neither works as a controller nor is it like correct to a chainsaw.
Well, your criteria sucks. This is
I'm a
S for
chainsaw
fucking
purist.
Fucking awesome.
Chainsaw purist, thank you.
Kaylan's like, where's the safety on this thing? F.
S for so fucking cool.
That blood is just going to congeal and it's not going to work well. It's just going to get
somebody's got to wash this controller. Okay, there's two ways to rate this. Cool factor in it sitting on my shelf.
We're just talking about design. I don't care about how it uses.
Yeah, like actually using this would suck so hard. This would be a very horrible controller to use. I'd use it once and then put it on a shelf. On a shelf, I would give this an A or an S. I'm torn. Probably an A. I'll give this an A. And I'm going to go based on the shelf because I assume no one is buying this to actually play with it. I give it an A.
All right, you fucking nerds. Go enjoy the Doctor Who Wiimotes.
Oh.
That's
It's
really
a Doctor
cool.
Who thing? I thought that was like a cool lightsaber.
That is cool. Oh.
It's S tier. Apparently,
Yeah,
apparently they're not that comfortable to hold. I don't.
No, I don't
care.
imagine they would be.
No.
It goes right back to the chainsaw.
No, these look more comfortable than the chainsaw.
Yeah.
I'm giving this an S. Fuck it.
I'm giving it a B. It should have been a lightsaber.
Well, yeah.
And they say I'm the guy with the really shitty opinions. All right. Well, that brings us to our final four. So, to remind everybody, we had the Splatoon Switch controller for Nintendo, the Monster Hunter PlayStation 4 controller for PlayStation. That's a word. And the Halo Infinite Xbox Elite controller. So, we are ranking them from 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's 4? There was only three options.
There's 4. The Doctor Who.
What's there? Oh, that was on there too.
Yeah,
that was made.
That's the random one.
Oh, okay.
It's like the best of all 4 subjects. So
I'm
that
with
won
you.
the random controller vote.
Is that an official licensed like controller?
I don't know. Don't care. No, I thought we were gonna put
Cool.
the Dreamcast
Perfect.
one as the best one though.
Yeah,
So there's your choices. I've already got my. So I'll start off first.
I could rate this
So-
right now.
Number 4 is the Switch one, just because it's cool, but also like being attached to that whole peripheral. The black just kind of is what kills it. I'd probably put it third if not for that. But third would be the Monster Hunter controller. I do think that it's a really good design for what PlayStation was doing at the time, but it just can't compete with the other two. Number 2 is going to be the Doctor Who controller, just because like I think it looks really amazing, but also like I just it's not hitting nearly as hard for me because I don't care much for the series. So that leaves the Halo controllers being number 1. Like it just does everything right, and to have the comfortable grips too just makes it pop that much better.
Nice. So we're going 4-1.
Yep.
Kaylan, are you ready? I can go if you're not.
Go for it.
So my number 4 is going to be the Monster Hunter one. My number 3 is going to be the Doctor Who. My number 2 is going to be Splatoon. And then my number 1 is going to be the Master Chief Xbox controller for sure. And it's a big 1 to 2, 3, and 4 difference.
Mm-hmm.
For me, number 4 is the Doctor Who controller. It's neat. I don't know how practical it's going to be, and yeah, it's number 4. Yeah, I don't even know if this is official. This looks like a knockoff thing, and this looks like Mad Catz territory, and I don't imagine it's going to work super well. Number 3 is the Monster Hunter DualSense. It's boring in comparison to the other two. Dark Horse, like I like the Master Chief Ass controller, but I think I like Splatoon a little bit more. Like it's cool, it's colorful. It could go catch me either one of two ways, and Yeah, I like the color. I like. No, it's the Master Chief ass. Master Chief ass wins. Master ass. There you go.
Master ass.
Master
I can't unsee it.
Chief.
It's all I can see now. I just see like.
Tell me
his
that
ass.
I'm not wrong.
You're
that looks
wrong.
like his ass plate.
No, it is his ass plate, and those are his legs with like the black
out, yeah.
military leggings or whatever the hell.
It's got like that neoprene kind of like under.
Here I was thinking I was
the
the one with the
under
dirty mind on the show. Apparently, I'm not even the top. I'm not even in the top 2.
Stupid
No,
sexy
it's-
Master Chief.
The stupid sexy Master Chief.
Well,
Yeah, that's all I
that
can
was
see.
a fun ride when we found some of the dumbest ones. I could almost do this again. I had to cut a lot of stuff. I had like almost 30 when I started, and that was just from like a brief search. There were some good ones in there.
I'm surprised we didn't get the Sonic like furry controller or the Deadpool ass controller.
Well, the Deadpool one, I don't know if it's officially. It might actually be out now, but like the Sonic one, let's be real, we can't. We can't in good conscience include that one.
That would have been a
that-
funny one, but
That
no
would be
one's
so
using
gross.
Also,
Yeah,
do you really think I was gonna put that above that? Come on,
it.
it's so random.
The Peggy Bundy, man. I don't know why that's made. Why
I'm
does
calling that the
exist?
Peggy Bundy controller.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Master
All right.
Chief's ass and Peggy Bundy.
Well, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for checking out this side quest. Obviously, if you haven't already, like the video, helps out the algorithm, and then subscribe to the channel. We are 5 at the time of this recording away from a serial episode, and that's not going to be a side quest. That is a bonus episode. That is its own separate bitch. So get on that shit. We got a, I don't know, probably like 3-hour episode to build with that because we're just going to never stop talking about serial. But anyways.
Yeah.
That's going to do it. Obviously, don't forget the Linktree link at the bottom there. It's also in the description. Link to our Discord, link to our socials, link to where you can get the audio version of the podcast wherever you may get them. Thank you so much for checking this out. We'll see you Wednesdays on the main show and, of course, every Friday here for the side quest. Take care. Bye-bye for now.